Robert Morgan Mensah.
And you are the
Head of Education, also acting Deputy Director, Ghana Museums and Monument Board, Central Region.
nice. We understand there is open defecation ongoing at your end. How is the situation?
Thank you very much. I welcome you to the castle. Wonderful people. It is true, as you rightly asked, it is a challenge that we are grappling with. And over the years, we've made an effort to curtail it, but it looks as if our effort is not sufficient enough to ensure that such situation is brought to the minimum and barest minimum. And it is having effect on the facility in one way or the other, because the image of the institution is tarnished, and to a very large extent it also affects the nation, because if visitors came here and they experience such negative situation or experience, obviously when they go back to their countries of origin, though I may have conducted an excellent tour, but that aspect of the experience will be communicated to other visitors, people who may be yearning or motivated to come to the castle to see the dungeons, either may decide to come or not to come at all. So to the international community, open defecation around the Cape Coast Castle is something that is not right, and we don't want to accept it. And as I said, efforts were made to ensure that we brought it down, but it is not yielding much dividend as we wanted to have it. And not too long ago, we engaged the services of the Ghana Police Service. Periodically, they also came, shift basis, and they did something that was quite substantial. But with time, they also left, and then we had to bring in the National Youth Employment newly recruited staff. So if you go around, as I speak to you now, you may see some of them also moving around, ensuring that the kids and then people who are doing the unthinkable around the castle were stopped from doing so.
So since you started this intervention, any positive results?
In terms of the numbers, I would say that we don't often see them in a large volume as it used to be, because some time ago you can count about 6 to 7 people doing open defecation around the castle. And then if you made attempt to more or less advise them or to drive them away, you rather face their wrath. Sometimes they will pick stone and then try to stone you. And you also don't want to put your life in danger. Obviously, you leave the scene and then allow them to do it. But normally when they see police personnel around us, that once I can assure you that they either don't come or they come in the evening at the time we had closed.
Do you have any idea as to where these people probably may be coming from?
They have our own brothers and sisters, sisters in the sense that in the evening records indicate that they also come and then do it in the evening, because of their biological makeup. It is not easy to see them.
I want to know whether it's from the catchment area.
It's the catchment area, those around. Yeah, catchment area. Mostly our brothers and sisters, fisher folks, who conduct that unacceptable behavior.
So have you brought the authorities relating to the fishing community, those in charge of them, as to how? We've
done that on several occasions, several platforms, and just as I'm speaking to you now, I came from the Chief Fisherman's office, and then he had also pledged and supported that they will do everything possible to, at least, if not to curtail it entirely, they will ensure that that aspect of the behavior will be brought down. And We've also given them some opportunity to mount some posts with red flags on them. So I believe as from tomorrow or later in the day, tomorrow onwards, we shall see those posts mounted just to distance the castle from where they can do their own thing, so to speak.
The age bracket of people involved in this, are they young children or adults, male or female?
Thank you very much. It cuts across from the children, I would say between the ages of 10 up to 60 years. So the adults does it, the younger ones, and then the middle one ages, they all do it. And as I said, the most sad aspect for us as the institution is the fact that when we are conducting the visitors round, and that is the only aspect sometimes they focus on. So they will go and tell people outside our country that this is what is happening around their heritage facility. You know, our brothers and sisters in diaspora, especially the diasporans, they hold to high esteem the dungeons in Ghana. When I say dungeons, I'm referring to the castles and forts. To them, coming to Ghana and visiting the dungeons, it's their pilgrimage, visiting the ancestral land. So when they come and they see the other side that is so ugly on the part of the tour package, they don't take it lightly. And they often ask, what are we doing to ensure that these kids around this open defecation will be stopped?
What do you think possibly might be the cause? Is it that they are not having public place of convenience, or it's just that somebody just want to go to the big side to do this?
Thank you very much, my brother. They have public place of convenience built along the coastal areas, but then history has it that whether it's a myth that to our brothers and sisters, they enjoy doing open defecation more than going to the enclosed area. According to them, when they do the open defecation, they experience the natural air from the sea, and then they feel relaxed, unlike
being an
enclosed area. So okay, it's one of the motivation factor is that, and others will also tell you that they don't have any amount to pay when they go to the public place. So it is better for them to use the open defecation.
Okay, finally, meaning since you started this intervention, it has not happened that you've arrested somebody, the person has been taken to court or whatever to serve as a deterrent?
Thank you very much, my brother and the crew. We've done that severally. The point, another main challenge is that when we're able to apprehend these kids, we take them to the appropriate court, that's the police service, and then the information we get in return is that they are minors, so they cannot prosecute them. So you realize that all our efforts in that regard will be in vain. Not that we don't. My brother, Bedima, the red guy sitting at the reception, several times. Sometimes they even throw stones against us, and then, my brother, it's a challenge that we are battling with. And
it seems as if you are helpless.
So to say, my brother. So to say, and because it has become something like a family issue. If my child didn't do it, probably it's your child whom I am related to.
Okay.
So in that situation, how do I punish the child, maybe it's my cousin or maybe my nephew? So that is a problem we are facing. So we ask the chief fisherman and his team to help us ensure that the open defecation became a thing of the past. And he had pledged support to that. We hope he never reneges on the pledge.
Are you having similar situation in Elmina, as in Elmina Castle? Since it's also under your
for them, it used to be. Now that following the construction of the breakwaters or the sea defense, we hardly hear of it, we hardly say it. But then they also have a main challenge, that is to say that before the visitors get to the castle. You know, there's a barricade right after the concrete bridge. Yeah, and those who are selling bracelets and other things also put so much pressure on the visitors. And some feel intimidated and the rest. So,
as in what? They are taking money from them or they are begging?
Others beg, some beg, others force them to buy their bracelets and other paraphernalia or whatever items that they are selling. In that one too, they feel insecure. And I think security will have to step in.
Is it having effects on the number of tourists that used to come as compared to?
My brother, thank you very much. As far as I am concerned, tourist arrivals to these two castles keep increasing, especially Cape Coast Castle. Right after President Barack Obama came here, that very year he visited, we recorded 80,000, never in the history of the institution. This following year, we had additional 9,000. Subsequent year, from 89,000 to 97,000, and then to 107,000. But then all of a sudden, we were struck down by the Ebola issue. Then we started declining, 20% shortfall. And finally, when at the time we were trying to rise up again, and the COVID issue also came. So gradually, we are making headway. Then
so after the COVID,
it is moving upwards. And with the statistics that I gave, I can tell you for sure that the Ghanaian component constitutes over 75%. So granted that if 80,000 came last year, 75% of the 80,000 were locally people.
I see.
And the school children, those in the second cycle, the tertiary level, and even Ghanaian adults are participating in tourism more than before. Despite the economic challenges that the country is facing. And that is a boost to the local tourism industry. And even though the purchasing power may not be as high as the expatriate, but we are more interested in the numbers. And I can tell you that the last quarter, the first quarter of this year alone, we are almost 30,000.
Okay, we are bringing our conversation to a close. Now that you've made us aware of some of the challenges, are there other things you may wish authorities may come in to help in addressing one or two or three challenges you are encountering, and possibly to increase the intake as well?
Yeah, other stakeholders, the MC, the Metropolitan Assembly, ourselves, and the police service, I think we all have to up our game. And I think the more the people see the police personnel or the security agencies, the more they will drive away themselves from the facility in terms of open defecation, and then putting so much pressure on the visitors to solicit funds and many other negative tendencies that inure negatively to the success of tourism growth in the castle and in Cape Coast.